Hi. We are so happy to be with you tonight. My name is Brooke,
I'm Kenzie.
and we are here to answer any and all questions related to BYU-Pathway. We can even answer some related to English Connect. But what is today, Kens?
Today is our enrollment deadline, our priority deadline for Pathway Connect. So what that means is you need to start your application today if you're interested in going on to Pathway Connect or the online degree program with BYU Idaho or Ensign College.
Yeah. And so for Pathway Connect, it's sort of a softer deadline. It's the deadline we can guarantee your spot, but we will do everything we can to help you get in no matter what. But it is a hard deadline for BYU Idaho and Ensign College Online. So if you're on the fence and thinking, do I want to do BYU Idaho or Ensign College Online? Just start that application. You've got to get it started tonight in order to start in September. So make sure that you're going to BYUpathway.edu/admissions to get started. And it's a great opportunity for you to be able to learn more and start that online education. So if you finish Pathway Connect and you haven't gone on to BYU Idaho or Ensign College, now is the time you can go and do that. If you are new around here, we're going to be live for the next 45 minutes or so, answering questions about BYU Pathway, about getting enrolled, starting, returning, you name it. You drop it in the chat and we'll do our best to get it answered. So again, I'm Brooke.
I'm Kenzie.
And this is You've Got Questions, We've Got Answers. So we will do our best to answer any questions that we can for you. So it says, aludo de que se trata, veo mucho anuncios. So they're looking for announcements. I mean, what is it about? I see a lot of ads. I love it. Okay, so BYU Pathway. What's BYU Pathway all about, Kens?
BYU Pathway is so the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints offers BYU Pathway as an online option to anyone, anywhere in the world, basically.
Yep.
We operate in more than 180 countries, and it basically allows you to access online spiritually based education at a reduced cost.
Yeah. So you can get a certificate, an associate's degree, or a bachelor's degree all online. So it's higher education that allows you to receive a U.S. accredited degree right where you live. So you don't have to leave whatever country you're in. You're going to be able to go from start to finish all online. And we recently introduced a 3-year degree program. So, Kens, what is the 3-year degree? What do people need to know?
So a 3-year degree is the opportunity for you to earn your degree in a minimum of 3 years. So keep that in mind. It's a minimum of 3 years. It's not a 3 years guaranteed. It depends on how many credits you're taking each semester. But the way that we're able to do that is we've waived the requirement. We've gotten permission to waive the requirement for elective credits. So you're getting credit toward your classes that go toward your certificate and your degrees. Your certificates and your degree, and you're getting credits toward general education, but you don't have to fulfill an elective requirement. So depending on the degree that you choose, you'll be getting anywhere from 90 to 104 credits to accomplish your bachelor's degree.
Yeah. It's an awesome program. It's a great way for you to be able to get started. And I love that the 3-year degree allows people to sort of do school at their own pace, which is the same with all of our classes, really. Yeah. Depending on what you have going on in your life, you may take 1 class every semester or term, or you may take 2 or 3 classes. It really is sort of up to you to set that pace. But if you want to finish in 3 years and you've never started school, you don't have any credits to transfer over, you do need to take 2 classes every term in order to meet that 3-year degree. But it is possible. We see people do that today.
But even if you're not on that rigorous of a schedule where you're taking 2 classes every term, you'll still get done faster and for a lower rate because you're taking fewer credits. So it's going to benefit you whether or not you're trying to hit that 3-year mark.
Yep. So Xavier, just what we said. So if you want to finish in 3 years, you need to take 2 classes every term or 4 classes every semester in order to finish in that 3-year period of time. But it's absolutely possible. We see some students even finish faster than that. It's really up to you to figure out what's that pace look like. So they're asking if we speak Spanish. Kenst?
Yo hablo un poco español.
So Kenst does a better job speaking than I do. But if you want to ask questions, we're happy to try to
We'll
answer
attempt
those.
it.
We also have some people who might be tuning in. So if you want to type your question in Spanish, we'll do our best to get that answered. So the question is, do we offer master's degrees?
We do not offer master's degrees. We get this question so often,
Yeah.
but we don't. We go up to bachelor's degrees.
Mm-hmm. So certificates, associates, and bachelor's degrees. I want to register. I'm part of the church. How do I do it? So it's a translation from Spanish. So do you feel comfortable answering in Spanish?
Ir a nuestro website, BYU-Pathway.edu, y ir a la esquina a la derecha, y hay una caja que es amarillo, y hacen clic. Y that's how you apply. Lo siento, me pone muy nerviosa hablar en español, pero
she's great. She's doing so good. But BYU-Pathway.edu/es. So this website on the screen will take you to a landing page. So esta página es una información sobre BYU Pathway y English Connect. Es una oportunidad de aprender mucho sobre las clases y los recomendarios. Aprender. Not great, but we're working on it. Okay, so what are the qualifications? So what does someone need to know or do to get started with BYU Pathway?
Okay, so our what are they called?
Requirements, recommendations?
Yeah, requirements. Okay, so honestly, there aren't a lot of requirements that you have to hit. The main thing is that if you are, is it 17 or 18 in the United States?
So 18,
and in other countries.
So if you are 18 or older, you don't need a high school diploma. So if we know life happens, maybe you didn't finish high school or secondary school. So if you are 18 years or older worldwide, you can join BYU Pathway.
Yep.
You do not need to be a member of the church. If you are 16 and older and outside and have finished high school or secondary school, you can start as early as 16.
And a couple of other things that are worth calling out. You don't have to have test scores like ACT or SAT if you live in the United States. You don't have to, there was one other one that I was going to call out that people always ask. Oh, there's no fee. There's no application fee. It's free to apply. Yep.
So you don't need to be a member of the church either. So friends are absolutely more than welcome to participate. Tuition varies based on where you live. So you can visit BYUpathway.edu/tuition to learn more and see what it costs in your area. So when does the semester start?
September 16th.
Yep. Monday, September 16th. Yep. And if you are thinking about joining BYU Pathway and starting with Pathway Connect, you are going to want to get that application finished and accept your offer by Sunday, September 15th. Now, today is the priority deadline. And so what that means is if you start your application by today, we can guarantee a spot for you. If you start after today, we will do everything we can to get you in, but we can't guarantee your spot. So we will do everything that we can to help and to make sure that you've got a great experience, but you want to get your application started today. So if you go to BYUpathway.edu/apply, you're going to be, or apply now /admissions. We've got all kinds of URLs. You're going to be able to start your application. And then if you are ready to go on to BYU Idaho or Ensign College online, you want to go on and start that application today. Today is the final deadline for BYU Idaho or Ensign College online. Now, you don't have to finish your application for BYU Idaho or Ensign College online, but you have to start it by tonight. So you've got...
How do you start?
So if you are a current student and have finished Pathway Connect 103, and if you just recently did it, it's going to be in your student portal. In the upper right-hand corner, there's going to be a drop-down with a person icon. If you click there, there'll be an online degree application. So you'll want to click on that online degree application to get started. And then if you are wanting to do direct admit. So if you want to skip Pathway Connect and go directly to BYU, Idaho, or Ensign College, you're going to want to go to byupathway.edu/admissions, and you'll select the advanced path or direct admit. So,
and if you're coming back after completing Pathway Connect, you go to apply now on byupathway.edu or /admissions, and then you'll just click returning student rather than new student.
So you can either log into your student portal or click that returning student application. So if you're just joining us, my name is Brooke.
I'm Kenzie.
And this is You've Got Questions, We've Got Answers. We're going to be on here for another half hour or so, answering as many questions as we can. We've got quite a queue going right now. And so have a little bit of patience. We'll get to your questions just as soon as we can. So our next question is, hello, good day. I got enrolled. Can I work and study? Is it possible? So is it possible to juggle both?
Yeah, 100%. In fact, I would say that most of the students that we meet and interact with, that is their situation.
Yeah.
So that's one of the advantages of BYU Pathway, is that it allows you to have the flexibility week to week to do your job and also to be earning a degree. It's busy. It's really hard. And a lot of our students have to balance a lot of different things, but it's totally doable.
Yeah, it's absolutely doable. And if you're thinking like, is there a student job? Is there a way for me to get a job? After you enroll in your student portal, there's going to be an opportunity for you to apply for a student job. So we do have some student jobs around the world. And so that will happen. You'll have access to that employment opportunity after you've enrolled.
But it's not guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed.
It's just a possibility.
Yep. I'm doing BYU Pathway through Ensign College. Which catalog am I supposed to do to finish a bachelor's degree?
Good question.
So you're doing Ensign College Online, which is awesome. So your catalog is the year in which you started. So every year, every semester, sometimes there's different changes to a degree plan. And so your catalog year is the year in which you start your university experience. And you have 7 years from the time you start the catalog year to finish. Now, if you don't finish in those 7 years, you might have to take additional classes or adapt to the new degree in the new catalog year. So make sure that you are going in and hopefully can get that finished within 7 years.
It's also worth mentioning that if you have been in your degree before we implemented 3-year degree, your catalog year may not be the year you started. It may be this year, because this 2024 catalog year, because we launched 3-year degree and a lot of students switched to this catalog to waive some of the course requirements that they would have had to fulfill if they had stayed in their previous catalog year. So there's a little bit of a nuance there, but
that's a great point. I've registered for my classes at Ensign, but they are not showing in my portal. What should I do? That is a great question. So one thing that you can do is submit a ticket. So in your student portal, you have the option to submit a ticket. And then a member of the tech team will be able to help you with that. And if you give me just a second, I can give you more information. So in your student portal, if you go through the support link or the chat bot, you're going to be able to indicate that you need help, that you're not seeing it. So if you go into that student portal,
it's on the bottom right corner, the little chat bot.
Yeah. So you're going to request help, and then they will be able to help answer questions. They're going to be best suited for handling that issue and getting you the information that you need. We're sorry that they're not showing up. Yeah. That's pretty frustrating.
That is. The good news is that there's less of a rush for that so you've enrolled, which is great. And then now we can just figure out registration.
Yep.
For classes.
This is from Zadok. Do we offer FAFSA?
No.
Yep. So we don't offer FAFSA. And then do you charge out of state tuition? So Zadok, the great thing about BYU Pathway is that the cost is the same no matter countrywide. So if you want to tell us where you're from, we'll help you find out what the cost of tuition is where you live. So because you asked about FAFSA, I'm assuming you live in the United States of America. And so there's not an out-of-state tuition charge. In the United States, it's $83 per credit. And then every student has access to tuition discounts. Ken, do you want to tell them about the Heber J. Grant tuition discount?
So once you've enrolled in either Pathway Connect or in an online degree program through BYU Idaho or Ensign College, when you log into your portal, right there on the front of the page, there is an option for you to complete the Heber J. Grant module. As you go through, I just did it last night with my brother. So
I love it.
Yeah. So you'll go through, you'll learn about the life of Heber J. Grant. You'll be asked some questions about your circumstances. And based on need, you will be granted a guaranteed 10% scholarship, but it could be up to 25 or 50%. Just like I said, based on need.
Yeah.
When those are evaluated.
So awesome.
Yeah.
And then so after you enroll, before you pay your tuition, you'll have access to that tuition discount. And then if you are a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and have recently returned home from a mission, you also qualify for a recently returned tuition discount for missionaries. So it's good for 5 years from the day you return home from your mission, and it's 25% off. So really incredible opportunity if you've recently returned home from a mission and you're thinking about going to school. With the missionary tuition discount, you can also apply for the Heber J. Grant tuition discount. So you're going to get at least 35% off your tuition, which is an incredible deal. So it's awesome. So if you are just joining us, feel free to put your questions in the chat. We've got probably a 5 to 10 minute queue of questions to get through. And so we will answer them just as quickly as we can. Okay, this is says, hello, sisters. What are what courses you offer in BYU-Pathway?
Oh, so many. So when you start with Pathway Connect, which are introductory courses that most of our students start with, on our website, it's referred to as the preferred path. Those classes are, they're set in stone. So you'll take PC 101, which is life skills. You'll take PC 102, which is university skills. And then you'll take, PC 102 is professional skills and PC 103 is university skills. So you'll take that in conjunction with an institute course. And then when you're in your final term of Pathway Connect, you'll also start your first certificate course. So we have 6 different bachelor's degrees that we offer, and then a bunch of associate and certificates from there. So we offer our degrees in business, technology, communication, health, and family. I'm reading them off the iPad here, and professional studies.
So, during Pathway Connect, you're going to have, like Kenzie said, you're learning life skills, professional skills, university skills. So it's things like a growth mindset, networking, LinkedIn, preparing to do BYU Idaho and Ensign College online. So it's a great experience.
Yeah.
So someone's next question is, so 3 certificates equal a bachelor's degree? Question mark?
Yes. So most certificates are about 15 credits. That can vary slightly, but it's 15. So it's 3 certificates that are about 15 credits each, plus general education credits.
Plus religion credits.
I thought that was all in one category.
I mean, they're
okay.
Semantics.
Religion and general. Plus your certificate credits.
Yeah. And that's really unique to BYU Pathway.
Yeah.
So, a lot of times when you go to university, you walk away with a bachelor's degree. And that's sort of it. That's what happened to me. That's what happened to Kenzie. But with BYU Pathway, we know that we have students all over the world, all different ages, that really need to have improvement for their employment along the way. And so within a year of starting BYU Pathway, most of our students are able to finish their first certificate. And then they see that as an opportunity for advancement, for a career pivot, a raise potentially. And so they're really able to have this great experience. And so then by the time that someone graduates, for the same amount of money, same amount of time, they're going to have 3 certificates, an associate's degree, and a bachelor's degree. So it's all the same classes and credits. It's just the way that we stack them to make it more accessible for our students. So, pretty great. And I know we've got, how can I change my class schedules? So in your student portal, you're able to go in and change that. So, and I saw a question when I was finishing the the last question. I was answering the last question about can you do this without a high school diploma? Yes.
As long as you're 18 or older.
Yep. So we know life happens and sometimes you're not able to finish high school or secondary school. We want to help you. Okay, so this question is, I haven't received my high school diploma yet. I will get it in January. Am I allowed to apply before the high school diploma? So if you are over the age of 18, yes. If you are still 17 or younger, you will have to wait for the diploma. But if you are already 18 years old, you can get started now. Is the university accredited at a national level?
That's a good question. BYU-Pathway is actually not a university. We partner with BYU Idaho and Ensign College, who are accredited universities, and they're the institutions that grant our certificates and degrees.
Yep.
So we partner with them to deliver your courses. So yes, when you get your degree, it is accredited, but it'll say either BYU Idaho or Ensign College.
Yep. So we are the access provider. So we are there for support, for resources, scholarships, preparation. But your degree will say BYU Idaho or Ensign College. What about if I went to high school in the States, but I didn't go to college and it's been like 5 years since I graduated? Do I have to take that special test?
There are no special tests.
No. So unless you need to take an English exam. So right now, BYU Pathway is only available in English. And so as part of the application, you'll take a free English language assessment. And so if English is not your native language, you will need to take that assessment, but there's no tests, there's no exams. Barring any major legal issues, you're in. We want to help as many people as possible get higher education. How can a student get a tutor? That is a great question. So if you work with your mentor, you can request a tutor. You can also in your student portal, you can see what tutoring services are available.
Yeah, there's a dashboard of services and tutoring is on there in the portal.
Kenz, you're like a portal expert.
I know. It's because I'm a student now.
I love it. Did you hear that? Kenz could be in your class.
I could be.
All right. I have a question. Will my Business 115 PC course count at BYU Idaho? I'm waiting for a degree audit because another Business 115 appeared for me. Okay. So Eduardo, if you took Business 115 as your gateway course during Pathway Connect 103, it will count. So it's possible that your grade hasn't come through. We've been having some issues with Degree Planner. So if you took Business 115 during Pathway Connect 103 and got a good grade, that will count for you.
And good grade B or higher, correct? Or is it C or higher?
I think it's C or higher.
C or higher,
yep.
Okay.
Yep. So passing grade.
Yeah.
Ernest is saying, how do I apply for a laptop? So Ernest, depending on where you live, there are some community partners in Africa, the Pacific, and the Philippines, where there are some community organizations. So if you send us a direct message, you have to be enrolled as a student, and you have to have completed the Heber J. Grant tuition discount. And there's a few other requirements. So if you send us a direct message, we can get you the information that you need. Hi, if I am from another country, how can I apply?
It's going to be the same application process as anywhere else. So you're going to go to byupathway.edu/admissions or just byupathway.edu. And in the upper right corner, there's a gold button that says apply for free. So you'll click there. You'll select if you're a new student or a returning student. In most cases, it'll probably be new, or in a lot of cases, it'll be new. You'll log in with the same account information that you use on churchofjesuschrist.org. If you're a friend of the church, you're still more than welcome to apply. You just have to go and create those login credentials.
Yep.
And then you just
it's essentially a single sign-on system.
Yeah.
So it's just a way for us to be able to track all of our students.
And it is very quick to apply.
Yeah. Is it possible to apply to transfer to become an on-campus student after starting your degree at BYU Idaho Online?
It is possible, but we don't assist with that. So that has to all go through BYU Idaho's processes. So go to their website and look for information on there, and that would be your best bet.
Yep. Awesome. Joining from Vanuatu, I love it. I have a friend serving a mission there right now. Well, my friend's son is serving a mission there. Can I work with you to schedule a time and date to go live? So YSA, etc. Oh, yes, we would love it. So send us a direct message. And we would love to do a live with the YSA in Vanuatu.
Mhm.
That would be so fun. What is the difference when some courses are offered as blocks? Do you know that one?
That is a good question. So the course is going to be 7 weeks as opposed to 14 weeks.
Mhm.
So you're going to be completing the coursework in a shorter amount of time.
Mhm.
And it's nice because, okay, it presents challenges because you have to plan your time accordingly, but it's also an advantage because it helps you move through your courses quicker and it allows you to potentially hit that 3-year degree mark. What would you add?
Yeah, that's it. It's just it's 7 weeks instead of 14.
Yeah.
Why won't it let me enter the portal? That's a great question.
Yeah.
So we're going to need some more information. So if you can send us a direct message with your student information, we'll be able to try to see what's going on. So if it's been a long time since you've logged into your portal, or maybe your password is different, that could be one of the issues. But send us a direct message. But you're going to want to go to BYU-Pathway.edu. And in the upper right corner, there's a button that says log in. And you're going to use your church credentials to log in. So that's what should allow you into your student portal. If you have further questions or it's still not working, go ahead and send us a direct message. Hello, I finished Pathway. How do I get my certificate?
Okay, if you finish Pathway Connect, you log into your student portal, and in the upper right corner, you're going to click the little person icon. And in that drop down, there's an option for you to access your Pathway Connect certificate. And that's something that you can print and use just from your own home. We don't ever mail those out, but you have access to it.
Great. I'm a returning student. I need to complete the 3rd semester. I love it. Welcome back.
Yeah.
So you're going to go to BYU-Pathway.edu, and in the upper right-hand corner, you'll click Apply Now. That will take you to our admissions page. And then you'll scroll down and select that you're a returning student, and you'll be able to get started. We're excited you're coming back. I'm already enrolled. I'm from Chile. I start in September. Welcome.
Awesome.
Very cool. Benvenido. I am in Columbia, and I would like to know if it's better to start with BYU Pathway and then Ensign College if I would like to study in person in Idaho, or if it's recommended to finish BYU Pathway online. You want me to take it?
That's a very personal choice. Why don't you go ahead and take that one?
So that's a very personal choice, what you want to do. So we recommend, it's going to be more affordable to finish online. So if you have that option or opportunity, it will be less expensive or more affordable to finish your degree online than to go and become a campus student. But you've got lots of options. And Ensign College and BYU Idaho will work with you on if you do decide to transfer there and become a campus student, on getting classes there. So please, I want to know why I was asked to restart my PC 103 after serving my mission. So Ernest, there's a couple of reasons why you may have needed to restart. So if you didn't complete Pathway Connect 103, or if you didn't get a passing grade, or if you didn't finish your online certificate class, you may have needed to restart Pathway Connect 103. So there's a variety of reasons. We would need a little bit more information in order to answer in more detail. But my guess is there's something with you either didn't finish PC 103 or one part of it, or you maybe didn't get a qualifying grade to continue on to online certificates and degrees. So okay. Hi, I completed the first 2 semesters of Pathway Connect, but need to retake the 3rd one, but can't do it through the portal. It's showing an error every time. How can I get help? Okay, send us a direct message. We want to help you. We want to help you be able to come back. One thing that you can do in your portal, if you can access your portal, you can submit a ticket for yourself. So in the lower right-hand corner, there is a chat button that you can say, hey, I'm having this issue. I want to re-enroll. It won't let me. You can also send us a direct message. We've got some folks standing by answering questions in our Instagram and Facebook direct messages tonight. When do the BYU Pathway shirt results come out?
Oh, good question.
We were talking about that
We were talking
today.
about this earlier today. Soon.
So for those of you who might not know, we did a t-shirt design contest and asked students to submit some ideas. There were some really fun options. So we were looking at those this afternoon. And so in the next couple of weeks, we've got a few things we need to do on our end. And then we'll share some results. So thanks for asking. I'm a current student for the 4-year degree. How do I apply for the 3-year degree and what is the requirements?
That's a good question. So if you're wanting to change, so it would require a change in your catalog year. And the best place to start would be with your mentor. They can create a ticket for you to have an appointment. And basically you'll have an evaluation done just so that you can get the best recommendation. Because for some students, depending on where you are in your degree, it's most advantageous to stay where you are. And for others, depending on where you are, it's most advantageous to switch. So contact your mentor to get that evaluation process started.
And you can also visit BYU-Pathway.edu/degree-in-3. So it's BYU-Pathway.edu/degree-in-3. And that will give you an overview of the degree in 3 process and what that looks like. Hello, I need help. I need somebody to help me with tuition fees. So, Lloydson, one of the things that we talked about earlier was our tuition discounts. So BYU Pathway does not offer full tuition discounts, but we do offer 2 really great tuition discounts. Which one do you want to share about?
I'll do return missionary this
Great.
time.
I love it. Okay, go for it.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Oh, I can go.
Okay, I'm just going to go so that somebody's going. So the return missionary scholarship is available to anyone who is a recently returned missionary. So we qualify that by from the day that you get home from your mission, the scholarship will be applicable for the next 5 years. And it's 25% off. And it's stackable with
the Heber J. Grant tuition discount, which is for all students worldwide. So after you enroll, but before you pay your tuition, you have the opportunity to receive 10, 25, or 50% off. It is a need-based tuition discount. And so what you will do is after you enroll in your student portal, there's a finance tab where you're going to be able to learn about the life of Heber J. Grant. You'll answer some questions about your life, and then you'll receive either a 10, 25, or 50% tuition discount. And that discount is good for about 2 years. Every couple of years, we will work with you to have you fill out the application again. But if something happens in your life unexpectedly, you can work with your mentor to see what other opportunities might be available. All right. So portal issue. I tried deleting the cookies, using the incognito mode, using a phone, using another PC, and nothing works. It is still presenting with the same error. Oh my gosh, how annoying. I'm so sorry. That is awful. Can you send us a direct message with your student ID number? And I'm going to reach out to our IT team to see what's going on with the portal. But it's helpful if we can have a name or a student ID to share that. So if you can include that, that would be super helpful for us.
And supporting screenshots if there's something that is applicable.
And I'm going to send a message real quick.
Yeah.
So the next question is software developer. How long does it take?
Okay, so if you're looking into our technology bachelor's degree or a software development certificate, it depends on how many classes that you're taking at a time. So typically certificates are 15 credits. And I would say that probably most students take 1 to 2 classes per semester. It just kind of depends on what you have time for. Something to keep in mind is that for each credit, you should plan on spending twice that in hours in study time. So if you're taking a 3 credit class, the coursework every week will probably take you 6 hours. And so kind of use that as a gauge as you're determining kind of how many classes that you want to take. But it's ultimately however many, it'll take as long as it'll take based on what classes you're taking. I'm not a very good one-woman show. So.
So Sorry, I was just messaging our support
I know.
going like, hey, we're getting some questions about the student portal and issues. We want to make sure we answer as many things as we can and really get to the root cause. So if you're new, just tuning in, I'm Brooke.
I'm Kenzie.
And this is You've Got Questions, We've Got Answers. So we are here going to be live here for another 10, 15 minutes. We're going to try to answer as many questions as we can. We're going to take a short break and then we'll be back again later. So the question is, can I go get a degree instead of a certificate?
So the certificates they stack to be the equivalent of a degree. Let me explain that. So 2 certificates is the equivalent to an associate's degree. So it's 2 certificates plus some general education and religion courses. And then 3 certificates plus general education and religion courses will be the equivalent to a bachelor's degree. So you're earning certificates that help you be more employable along the way, but they all stack into a bachelor's degree. So you're not losing out on anything. In fact, you're gaining advantages, especially if you're job hunting. With the certificate first approach.
Okay, this is from Xavier. I'm Mexican and I read that I should have a 50% off for being Mexican and I got 25% for the scholarship. Does that mean I must have 50% off because I just got the scholarship discount? Okay. Do you want to take it or you want me to take it?
Well, why don't you take it? Because I have an idea, but I'm not positive.
So, Xavier, there is a Mexico-specific discount. And so with the Heber J. Grant tuition discount, anyone who applies from Mexico will be guaranteed 25% off. So it's not a stack unless you recently returned home from your mission. And then you would get the 25% from returning home from your mission and 25% for enrolling in Mexico.
And depending on if you're still living in Mexico or if you're living somewhere in the United States, sometimes there are area-specific scholarships. And so I would ask your missionaries in your area just to be sure that there wasn't some information about that. Because sometimes in Words and Stakes, they'll share that information specific to your area. So that's another thing you could check on as well.
Okay. I understand RMs have some percentage of scholarships. How does it reflect in my portal?
So you'll get an additional 25% discount, and I'm not exactly sure how it shows though.
Yeah, so it's in your finance tab as well. So when you go to click on finances and to pay tuition, you should see a 25% tuition discount. So if you've returned home from your mission in the last 5 years, that tuition discount is good for up to 5 years from the day you return home. And that should be automatically reflected. If it's not being seen in your portal, you can use the lower right-hand button in your portal to submit a ticket and say, hey, I returned home from my mission X day or month and year, and I'm not seeing my tuition discount. And they'll be able to look and see what's going on there. Okay, I just newly got admitted for the degree starting this fall. Yay! But due to delay, I missed the Hall Foundation Scholarship. Would there be another opportunity when school resumes? So the Hall Foundation Scholarship is a private scholarship, not directly associated with BYU-Pathway. And so you would need to work with them directly, but you will still qualify for the Heber J. Grant tuition discount. I already enrolled to BYU-Pathway, have a Heber J. Grant scholarship too, and it's going to be a big help to me. Can I ask when the deadline for paying tuition fee? My classes start at September 16th and I'm from the Philippines. Thank you. Great question. So if you are during Pathway Connect, you have until the end of your term to pay your tuition. So it starts September 16th. So you've got about 5 weeks before you need to finish paying your tuition.
Yeah, end of October would be when it would be due.
Yep. And then you'll need to pay that tuition before you can enroll in the next term. And then if you are a BYU Idaho or Ensign College Online student, tuition is due your first day of classes.
So September 16th.
What can I do if I have a disability and need help?
We now have our... So you take it.
So there is a disability services coordinator. And so you can reach out and they can work through and see what kind of assistance you may need. So in your student portal, there's going to be some different resources and tutoring help and things like that. In that tab, there should be an opportunity for you to make a request. Okay, so Ernest is saying, and how do I contact my mentor? So if someone's got a mentor, how do they reach out?
So I think that if you're logged into your student portal, on the left-hand side, it has a My Contacts button. And when you push that, you should see your missionary contacts there, as well as your mentor should be listed.
Yep. So that's great. What is the job offer like if I study at BYU-Pathway?
There's a range.
Yeah. So, John, it really depends on what you choose to study. And so we have degrees, like Kenzie said, in anything from communication to software development, professional studies. And so there's going to be a range of opportunities available to you, depending on what you study. We have an advancement team that's working really hard to create opportunity and to connect our students with full-time employment opportunities, both locally and remote work. And so there is a great opportunity to be able to, BYU Pathway is very well respected, BYU, Idaho, and Ensign College as well. And so there's a lot of really great opportunities for you to be able to receive employment.
Yeah, quick plug, if you're interested in checking out our, we have a group on LinkedIn called Alumni and Friends. And so if you're not a part of that group, definitely join. And there's a good community there, so you can ask people what they're doing and kind of get some advice and good networking opportunities.
Yeah, love it. How do I become a peer mentor?
You take this one. Brooke knows everything. I know something.
Kenzie knows a lot. So our peer mentors are actually hired through GMS. And so you're going to go to hirebloom.co.
What
right?
is
Hirebloom?
What is GMS? Yeah, it's Hire Bloom.
Global Services. I forget the
hired,
acronym. But
hired externally.
It's outsourced. So hirebloom.com is where you're going to go to start an application. So there is an opportunity for you to click Find Work when you go to hirebloom.com. And all of the mentors are hired through Bloom. So we actually don't make any hiring decisions on mentors. So go to hirebloom.com and you can see other employment opportunities available through Bloom. Okay. Hola, ¿qué pasó? Debe bar una joven no miembro. Okay. So the question is,
if you're not a member of the church, can you still join? Is that what they're asking?
I think, but if you're a young
YSA.
Yeah. After finishing EC1 and 2, now I want to go on to EC3.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So englishconnect.org/ES. Englishconnect.org/ES is going to be English Connect es un gran oportunidad de aprender inglés en un environmento y faith y con amigos. es una oportunidad de aprender más. Esta página es
es la página donde puedes ir para, para tener más información sobre English Connect. Y hay un caja donde puedes clic para registrar para English Connect 3.
Killing it.
Not really. Spanish speakers are like, oh,
we're trying.
This is our option.
We need to. Next time we'll invite one of our fluent friends. Why is data analytics, data science not among the certificates in BYU Pathway?
Good question. We try to make sure that the degrees that we offer are accessible to every country in the world that we serve. We want to make sure that our students will have opportunities, and some degrees we probably will develop in the future, but right now we have what we have, and we hope that it serves people, but we also know that we're not going to be the stopping point for every single person.
Yep. So someone says, I like your Spanish.
Oh, geez. Thank you.
So good. Hi, I'm enrolled to start in September. On the companion app, I can find Tier 1 jobs, family search entry specialist. Can I apply for this job? So if you are enrolled, and I know there are there are different parameters. So if you can see it, my understanding is you can apply for it. And so in the companion app, there are some different opportunities available that are area specific. And so even if you go on the companion app, you may not see every opportunity currently available. but you should be able to do it. I believe we answered this one. Software development, how long can it take? So it's really up to you how long any degree at BYU-Pathway takes. So which catalog should I do, BYU-Pathway or Ensign College? So BYU-Pathway is the access provider. So when you start with Pathway Connect, it's a 21-week program and a great opportunity for you to learn life skills, professional skills, university skills, and really prepare for BYU Idaho and Ensign College online. And then depending on which certificate or degree you're interested in, you will go to BYU, you'll take classes online through BYU Idaho or Ensign College. So it really just depends on which classes you're most interested in, where your degree will come from. We've got 2 more questions. We are going to get through as many questions as we can here in the next couple of minutes, and then we're going to come back on here in the not so distant future. So
meeting tonight sometime.
Meeting in like we're gonna just pause for like an hour.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to complete the project management certificate. Kenzie used to be a project manager.
I did.
Which belongs to business to help me get a job, but I would like to continue and finish my bachelor's degree in communication. Is it possible? Or to take certificates from a different program?
Well, you could get a professional studies bachelor's degree, and that way you can pull in a certificate from a different major or from a different degree. You can do, so it's just basically 3 certificates and you pick which degrees they come from.
Yeah. And it is possible, like if you wanted to get a bachelor's degree in communication, you could do that, but you would need to take 3 communication focused certificates. So you would just graduate with 4 certificates instead of 3. I live in Salt Lake City. Is it possible if I apply for a laptop? To my understanding, there aren't any programs here in the States to help students get a laptop. Good day. For the technical support engineer degree, does it have anything to do with programming? So I'm just looking at that certificate real fast. So it's really designed to help develop skills for students seeking employment in the technical support field, which is the most common entry-level job in information technology. It's develop skills in computer application, hardware, desktop support, programming, and networking. So it does have some basic coursework in programming. After Pathway, can I enroll straight to the degree program?
Yes. So Pathway Connect is designed to have you go on to receive an online degree, either from BYU Idaho or Ensign College. So most students do that. Yeah.
Yep. So you can go right on. I would love Pathway to have a master's program. I know, Diaz, we hear that a lot. We don't have any plans currently, but if we do, we will let you know as soon as we can. Is there a course for BS in nursing through BYU Pathway?
No,
not today. The closest thing that you could get, Ralph, is a degree in applied health. And there might be some prerequisites that would help you with nursing, but we don't have a nursing degree.
Reason being, across the world, there are just so many different requirements for what that takes. And so we just don't offer it.
Yeah. How long does it take to finish my Pathway Connect course? So it's 21 weeks to finish Pathway Connect. So there's 3 courses, 7 weeks per course. I'm retaking PC 103 because I failed an introduction to certificate, but I don't want to take university skills again. I'm not sure about that. So can you send us a direct message unless you know the answer?
I don't.
So I think you have to take them concurrently. I don't think you can take one without the other. And so I think you need to redo it. But send us a direct message and we will track down the answer for you. What are the courses in BYU Pathway?
So BYU Pathway is actually your access provider to getting up to an online bachelor's degree. So I'll say really quickly, Pathway Connect takes you 6 months, and those are just the classes that we've been talking about. Our degrees that we offer, though, our bachelor's degrees are business, technology, communication, health, family, and professional studies.
When
so
should
6 we offer.
Sorry. Yeah, I love it. When should I apply if I'm a senior in high school? Great question. So if you are going to graduate this spring, you can wait and start your application in April to begin after you graduate. If you are already over 18 and want to do both at the same time, you could do that. So up to you. If you're 18, you can start now. If you are not 18 quite yet, you'll need to wait until you graduate.
Or until you are 18.
Yes, or until you are 18. Where can I take the test to know how my English is?
So that will come up when you're applying on our website. So go into the website, BYU-Pathway.edu / I said that really fast, / admissions. Go to apply for free. And as you're going through, it'll ask you if your native language is English. And if it's not, there will be a test that you'll take that will help prepare you for BYU Pathway, or that will help you determine if you're ready.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so how do I get information about BYU Pathway and jobs in the United States? I'm in Bolivia. So BYU Pathway is not a means to get to the United States. BYU Pathway, but if you're trying to get a job in the United States, so after you work on your Pathway Connect and your online certificates and degrees, we've got a really great team that is working to try to find remote employment opportunities for you to be able to get a job in the United States. But that's not to move to the United States. So the company would be based here in the United States, but you would stay in Bolivia. Okay, after the Pathway, how long will it take for you to earn a degree in IT?
So it will take, if you're looking at our bachelor's in technology, it takes a minimum of 3 years, including your time in Pathway Connect. So it just kind of depends on how many courses you're taking as you go through your certificates.
Okay. For the certificate program, what subjects do you have? Do you have any requirements? So I might recommend going to our online certificate and degree website. So if you go to BYU-Pathway.edu, and across the tab or on the drop down, there'll be an option that says certificates and degrees. That's going to be the best place to see it. But we offer certificates in things like administrative assistant, social media marketing, graphic design,
family history research.
Yeah. So there's a lot of options, but going to BYU-Pathway.edu is going to be the best place for you to see that. And we've got just a couple more minutes, and then we'll be back on in about an hour. So 2 more minutes. Can your degree be used to enter any university to complete a master's? Yes. Yep. They are fully accredited degrees in the United States. If I graduate from BYU Idaho, will I be able to go and attend in-person graduation?
Yes.
Yes, it's the most fun.
Yep.
It's the most fun. Absolutely, you can. Not a question, just a big thank you from Ecuador. Oh, Diego, we love it. We'd love to hear more about you. So that is it for right now. But we will be back on again in about an hour to answer more questions. Thanks so much for joining us. We are so happy to be with you.